my college hired me on as their audio engineer. Story behind that, well, I saw the job position opening and I looked at the qualifications that they wanted. It was like super high. So I said, I'm not going to apply. About 2 weeks later, I get a call saying, hey, in previous years, you've put your name on the docket for interest in this area. Would you like to meet tomorrow to talk about this job position for audio engineer? Yeah, it was an interesting call. I had been really down about going into business. It's like you're stepping into the rest of your life and it's not quite what you thought it'd be, but what are you going to do? The entire process of interviewing, and I thought that it wasn't going to work out. Typically, things are too good to be true, not going to work out, etc., etc. And yeah, and before you know it, they have a contract in front of you, and it's like, audio engineer. How did I get to this place in life? My walk with God, going through the whole process, it wasn't vibrant. It wasn't really growing, and I think that's one of the things that boggled my mind the most. God was leading me through these doors, and I did not feel qualified in any way for any of the doors. And so now they've been training me for over a month and a half now, I guess. Wow. And there comes a point when it hits you, you need God. I took an extensive amount of time to say, I'm going to get right with God, specifically on a lot of things. And I did. And it's been a world of difference. I think that's part of why I can make this video now. Because before, it didn't feel right. But it's humbling. It's humbling to be in a room with people who have been doing it for so long and are so good and so talented. And you're new. But God's put me there. It's really cool. It's very, very cool. The thing that was on my mind today, though, that I was really thinking about, was the fact that God's given me so much. God's allowed me to have so much. God's doing so much. And just to be honest, I've not written music for a pretty good while. And it dawned on me that the God who gave me a lot of music stuff, who led me through all these doors, is also the God that can inhibit me from using that if I'm not walking with him. And really, that's where it's been. And what it also comes down to is when I'm not right with God, discipline, everything. But with God, it just comes like second nature, more like first nature. And that's even more humbling to know that God cares more about my walk with him than the things he's given to me. God would rather have me have an amazing walk with him than see me succeed with music. That's so important. And it's kind of scary because what if, I get 5 years down the road in my career and I really, really take a sidetrack from God. God can take it all away if he wants to. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't blame God because there's too much on the line for God's glory. Yeah, it's honestly a Saturday morning and I'm not sure I can really express excitement. What kind of songs am I going to write? I don't know. I think it's cool to be on the internet and say, man, what kind of songs am I going to write? Because then when you do write songs, people can look back and say, yeah, there was a day when he didn't know what he was going to write. But what I mean is it's like, man, am I going to write worship songs? Am I going to write something spiritual, creative, an expression of myself or whatever? And I'm not going to take the YouTube channel seriously. I just think it's going to be a thing that's kind of here just for those random people that find it. So yeah. A verse that I was reading this morning was Galatians. Where's my Bible? That's spiritual. Where's my Bible? Yeah, Galatians 6:6-10. Unto him that teacheth in all... starting at verse 7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, so shall he reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Yeah, and that's just an excellent reminder for me. My music, any Christian's music really, but my music should be the fruit of sowing to the Spirit. Oh, by the way, the next 7 months, I'm finishing up my MBA, which is a lot. It feels like I can't do it, but God's gonna come through. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. So, for the few people that watch this, nothing's gonna happen for a while, but it's okay. Man, Saturday mornings.